Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good noon. Good afternoon.
It's noon o'clock already?
It's noon. It's noontime. High noon. High noon. High noon, no. It's kind of...
Hanan, what?
Hanan? This
I think you haven't had enough coffee.
English translations will be available later. So, sorry, I'm breaking the teeth in for a friend. Oh, no, you maybe do it.
All right. Anyway. Well, we should probably move over and see who's here today.
We probably should. Please excuse me. All right, moving on. Let's have a look. See who's here. Oh my God! Oops! I guess you guys were talking amongst yourselves. We had a ton of people. Let's
get them for their readings. Savannah,
we have to start
Gilda,
at the top. Savannah, Gilda, Sean, Geraldine, Kaz, Misty, Carol, Helena, Taro, bye Samaj. Hello Samaj. How are you?
and Wendy.
And Wendy. Okay, well there you go. Gosh. And
hello.
Sarah Levine. Hello. We got a new viewer. All right. Please accept.
I don't know what's going on with you today.
Clarty this morning. I don't know. I haven't had eggs. Usually eggs make me clarty, but I don't know.
Oh, look, they've been telling each other to click the likes. And Nos Callan Gaef. Oh, when it is Nos in front, it becomes a G.
So it's Nos Gallen Gaev.
Don't ask me. Welsh is weird.
Yeah, but it is. But it's actually Nos Gallen Gaev Eve. It's the Eve, isn't it?
It's the Eve of the Eve, yes.
It's the Eve of the Eve. Go figure. I don't know.
It's Nos Callan Gaef.
No.
Nos Callan Gaef.
Nos
Gallen Gaef.
I don't know. Yes, well, these are answers to other questions, maybe yours anyway.
Oh, right.
So it's a groggy day. It is actually a little bit of a groggy day. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, he's got a frog. It's a frog.
We had we had a fire last night, and that always dries me out. I guess that might be something to do with it as well. You know.
I don't know.
Whatever. It's all
Might
good.
have been the gin. I don't know.
There was a gin.
Because we grew our own lime, so
well,
of course
we had to
have
take
a
a hit
gin
for the
and tonic.
team.
Yeah.
We had to try, something suitable with the lime.
Yes, we grew our own lime. We have 3 limes and still no lemons, but it is what it is.
I don't think the lemon tree likes us very much.
No, he doesn't. We've had him way longer, but just doesn't like us.
We'll have to take some counsel on how to best make trees fruitful, citrus trees.
All right. So, how did everybody fare with the wild eclipse full moon energy?
Oh, some strangeness, wasn't there? Some strangeness going on. We had a beautiful weekend at Circle-wise, though, didn't we? It was fantastic.
I was going to let you go ahead and talk.
No, go for it. I'm done, but please.
Okay.
I'll drink coffee.
Yes.
People prefer that.
We didn't celebrate the full moon because a Sabbath always takes precedent. So for public circle, we celebrated Callan Gaef, and we honored Gwynap Neath and opened a portal to Anoven to join with the ancestors, and it was amazing. So I think a few of you were there. That was really a wonderful time. But the next day was a psychic fair. What a wonderful day for a psychic fair, the full moon. And I'm not going to talk a lot about astrology today because I talk about astrology all the time. But I just want to say 2 things.
Keep talking. I have to fix the phone system.
I just want to say 2 things. One is that this eclipse was the last of a set that kind of finished out the fixed sign eclipses for a bit. And fixed signs are more indelible. We have cardinal, which says, I'm changing the season, right? We have mutable that says, well, I'll take you changey people and I'll introduce you to the stubborn fixed people. And then we have the stubborn fixed signs, which are Taurus and Scorpio. That's where we saw the new and full moons here. And Leo and Aquarius, which we see those in pairs as well. So we finished out these indelible eclipses. So the changes that we've decided to make, or the things we've sort of been mulling over and pushing ourselves towards these last couple of years, this eclipse kind of closed that door to open another. And you may notice that you really do feel more aligned with where you want to go and less stuck over these next few days, especially as the moon moves forward and we move into November. The other thing that I want to say is these next 2 weeks could be quite intense as well, and a real focus on the 11th through the 14th, which I'll talk more about next Monday. But I just want you to mark your calendars for those days, being mindful that there may be some challenges. And I think they're going to mostly be, again, how we respond or react to what's going on. But I will say that I think since we're through this set of eclipses, we'll be more armed for the challenge. Okay. So you're back. Now we have tons of things to read here.
Jen is thanking us for technical support. So
hello there. A little trouble getting started today. Oh yes. Key lime pie. No, we only have 2 more limes. Strange dreams. Yeah, I bet. Lemons take months to grow. Well, so do limes. But the lemon tree we've had for like 4 years and we've never gotten a lemon. And I think we've only had the lime tree a year and a bit, right? A year and a half maybe. We got it not this spring, the spring before. He says.
No, I'm just listening because the phones are still ringing. I've just rebooted them, so I don't know exactly what to do if that didn't work.
Oh. Well, I think somebody's calling to try to get into Craft of the Wise.
Again, yes. No, it's, yes.
One door closed. Happy to know the new one's already open. Yes, I think that that the World Tarot card is going to be quite a theme for us these next couple of weeks. And some of us, I think, have been standing in the doorway for a while, right? We know what's behind us doesn't work anymore. We've packed our bag like the fool and taken our experience and our knowledge and lessons and whatever else, and we've got to the doorway. And we're kind of standing in that archway. And now the energy will release you enough that you'll be able to take steps forward, I believe. You know, instead of like hanging in that limbo, in that liminal space like the dancer, we should all be able to take some steps if we're headed in the direction we really belong going. Anyway.
People are mashing hearts.
That's nice. We like hearts.
Hearts are good. We like hearts. In fact, there's a ton of people watching and the likes don't quite match.
Oh, right.
So here's what you need to do. Go find that like button and spam it. Spam it, please. Well, new adventures are always good. I mean, sometimes it feels like everything's completely out of control, Samaj. I will be the first person to admit that.
Well, the Uranian energy, chaos, panic, and disorder, my work here is done, really.
But truth be told, I think some of us almost thrive on chaos. I know we say, oh, we'd love it to be, easy and straightforward, but, no challenge, no gain,
I'm ready for some smooth sailing. I'm tired of tacking back and forth.
Well, yeah, keep ducking so that the sail doesn't knock you out kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a sailor. I have no idea. These fancy nautical terms, whatever. But there was like a frenetic energy, I think would be the way to describe it. And hopefully now we're through the eclipse, that's going to settle down a bit.
I think it will, yeah.
And
but
not be so quite crazy.
These next 2 weeks are going to be interesting while you find the right gear. And that, like I said, I'll talk more about the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Some really wild aspects coming.
But you wanted to talk about crystals.
I did. Because
I forgot the pussycat. Where is it? I have to go get it.
It's on the sideboard in the dining room.
Please excuse me 1 second, viewer. I'll be right back with something.
All right, what you got here? Chaos is what happens before things settle into a knowing of what's supposed to be. It kind of always is that way. Yes, calm and quiet, please, says Carol. I agree. Happy Monday, yes. All right. So I'm sure all of us have crystals that are our go-to crystals, and probably most of us here carry a black tourmaline every day. I know I do. But a lot of people have been coming in recently, I think, as people are waking up to the energy of the minerals and things. And they've been saying, what crystal should I get? How do I know what crystal to get? There's so many. And that is true. I mean, at the store we have about 130, I think, 130 different crystals. And I'm not saying like we're counting fluorite 3 times if we have it tumbled rough and in an obelisk. I'm saying that's one. So if you're just new to choosing crystals, then it could be quite overwhelming to figure out what is your crystal. And some people do it by zodiac. There's the traditional birthdays where November would be topaz, but November's really divided into Scorpio and Sagittarius, and those are 2 very different energies, right? Fixed water and mutable fire. So you could go by an astrological zodiac if you wanted to do that. And we do have zodiac bags. Danny has gone through and researched and chosen 6 crystals for each sign and put them in little zodiac mystery bags with a little pamphlet that tells you why they're in there and what they do. But when we're first starting out, or even after we know, it can be a little overwhelming to kind of pick your medicine bag for the day, so to speak. And they made me weigh my pockets once, and I have a little over 8 ounces of crystals, which is half a pound. So that's pretty funny.
Yes, indeed.
Your throat's cloggy and my nose is itchy.
I don't know. What are you going to do?
I think I'm having leaf mold allergies because there's
Could be
so
because
much
it
wet.
chucked it down with rain, didn't it, and all that fun stuff. There's quite a delay between here and there because I've just wandered off. Look, and I'm not even back here. You're looking over there.
Oh gosh, well, I
Wondering
hope it's working.
where happened to me. There is quite a delay. I just we're back. I know we're back.
Do you mind if I keep going?
Go on. Sorry.
I think that my lot in life is to learn how to stay focused when somebody is continually trying to derail your train. He'll say to me, "Who's going to start?" And I always say you now, because even he says you start, and I go, huh, and he just starts anyway. Right.
Love it.
All right, so you could choose by zodiac, or you could come in, and sometimes we'll tell people, walk around the cabinets and see what chooses you. Are you drawn to a particular color? Or do you zone right in on a particular crystal and that one just stands out of the bowl, And sometimes you have to dump the bowl and dig, don't you? Oh, now you're not going to talk at all. Oh, goddess.
Oh, I can be mean, can't I? I don't know. What are you going to do? Of course I'm going to talk.
Shad doesn't understand the crystals under my pillow. And hi, Henry.
That could be uncomfortable.
Well, as long as you don't put citrine under there, you're all right. Because some
Yeah.
of them
Why are you
really
not
do
sleeping?
quite the opposite thing you want them to do. So that's another way of thinking about it too, because you can use crystals to enhance something, or you can do like a healing through opposites. So what do I mean? Well, I mean, if you want to be more grounded, you would choose crystals that ground you. But if you feel that you're too grounded and not open psychically because of that, you would choose crystals that would work with the upper chakras to not necessarily unground you, but allow you to be, more open-minded, so to speak, right? You still having phone problems?
I don't know.
Oh. All right. The other thing is that crystals work very much like any other medicine. If you talk to a doctor or a nurse, they'll tell you that conventional medicine really works elementally, right? It either lifts grounds, heats up, or cools. So it's basically an alchemy. And that's what crystals will do. So you can heal with like on like to enhance, or you can heal through opposites, or you can think about, I've got this infection, I need to cool it down, or I feel very isolated, so I need to heat things up and spark things up.
I'm just, they're taunting me. I tell you, they're palpably taunting me in the comments here.
Right. So another thing that you could do if you wanted to choose a crystal is to think about a color, right? Like close your eyes and just see what color comes to your mind, and then move to that chakra's cabinet of crystals and pick it that way. Because sometimes your intuition, look how cute, he's peeking over the cup.
Snuck in here when we weren't looking.
All right, you want to talk about the...
I'll talk about him in a second. I just want to say, there is a book, and we've just sent for a couple of cases of it as well, because we're quite low on it. I think it's the Crystal Handbook by... What's her name? Come on.
Cassandra Eason.
Sorry,
we buy them by the case.
Yeah, and what's really good, what Lisa was speaking about with colour, because when you're first starting out, and even me now, I certainly don't know all of the crystals.
Memorize 200 or 300 crystals,
and thousands of different kind of crystals. So it's nice that you can actually then take the colour, and it's like indexed on the side of the book, so you can just like flip through, find the colour you're looking for, open it up, and dial into your crystal quickly there. So it's really, and it's very well written. There's some good photographs in it, and the photographs are realistic. They're not like, one of the first books I remember, this was when I first set foot on these sacred shores, one of the first books that, it's long out of print now, was Love is in the Earth, wasn't it, by Melody?
Love is in the Earth, a kaleidoscope of crystals by Melody.
Right, and she then produced like a picture book to go along with that. But all of the pictures in this book were like stuff you would only find in the Smithsonian Institute.
Well, there were over 700 crystals in the book, but most of them were unobtainable.
Yes, unobtainium or unaffordium.
Yes, right. The Cassandra Eason book is wonderful because it is colorized, right? So if you bought this green stone, but you don't remember its name, if you have a book that's alphabetical, and you don't remember the stone's name, you're not going to be able to find it. But if you go to the green section in her book, you can match it up because she's got pictures of stones that you would find out in the wild, let's say, right? You would go into a mineral shop or a metaphysical store, or a cult shop, and you would find something that looked like that, rough or tumbled, not some big giant geode thing. All right, so Shaun of the New Day. What's this big deal with moldavite?
Let's talk about it.
All right. Well, I'm going to be very, very frank about moldavite.
Can I be frank? It can be anybody you want.
And I'm going to say to you that it's a scam because people have figured out, mostly Chinese importing, how to make fake moldavite. Now, here's the thing. Back in the late 80s, mid to mid 90s, moldavite was a big deal. So there's one pocket of it because moldavite is a meteorite.
Found exclusively in Moldova, hence moldavite. Which is just south of Ukraine, if you're wondering where it is. It's a tiny little country.
So there's one pocket, and it's this wild green-looking meteorite. And it takes you out of your body. I remember when we first got it, we were in the Cherry Hill, so that was like 1995 maybe. And somebody brought moldavite to sell by the piece. And at that time, they still sold it by the quarter pound, half pound, whatever. And then they had taken the chips and ground them and made incense because it is like a resiny thing like amber or copal. So they gave us a stick of this moldavite incense. And after a few minutes of burning it, I couldn't make change. Now anybody who knows me, they know I can, add a list of figures in my head. So for me not to be able to make change of $1 was pretty funny. So Moldavite and I have a really interesting relationship. It really does take me elsewhere. It's a meteorite. But it's making a resurgence again because there is no more. And it's being sold by the gram.
It got really, really bloody expensive.
There is no more. The pocket's empty. We don't have another meteorite that's going to fall to Earth in that particular place and make this beautiful green meteorite. We do have tektites. We have Libyan desert glass, which is a yellow meteorite. But there are people who are making fake Moldavite and scamming the hell out of people. And it got to be all the rage on TikTok, so that was a problem.
Yeah, there was a little, there's almost like, call me a conspiracy theorist if you will, but it was almost like a classic pump and dump thing, Let's create a desire for something and then make it unaffordable, because we saw the price of Moldavite, which is, it's an okay stone. It's not particularly beautiful to look at, although it can be polished up. It's a kind of gemmy, like tektite, glassy. Some say it's the meteor itself, although they typically tend to be iron-based, whereas this is where something
It's like
moving very, very
glass.
fast has hit the ground, and you get all this ejecta and all that sort of stuff come up, and it's fused, which is, like this. So it's a kind of glassy thing, but a lot of the stuff that has been coming out and being,
you can tell the difference right away, because
Yeah.
when you hold, if you know how to hold a stone and tell the difference, this is like a glass bead versus a crystal bead, right?
Yeah.
So we do have a very ethical supplier who's been in business many, many years, and we only have Moldavite in jewelry, and we just got in 3 little pendant pieces. And she also has some jewelry with Moldavite and Herkimer diamond together, which that's another whole spooky wooky, take you out of your body. But, I've cautioned people not to drive wearing Moldavite earrings. And it really does take you out of your body if it's real. And you're going to know because the price is ridiculous right now. I think these little things are like $150. I think Anton's going to have to go. It might be an emergency. I wouldn't think they would call us in the middle of our show if it wasn't an emergency.
I can't really do this.
Dear. Anyway, so be careful with Moldavite. And you may want to balance it with something like clear quartz. I think you best get it.
Oh dear. You sure Mercury's not retrograde?
No, Mercury's not. I'm telling you, this is all Uranian disruption. Uranian disruptions. Yep. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, so so I'm thinking that if you're going to buy Moldavite, you really do need to do your research about who you're buying it from and where it's really come from. You want to find somebody who's an ethical dealer. And if it's that you're looking for Moldavite because you want a meteorite, then look for something more like tektite. It's black and it may not be as, pretty, but it's going to do the same kind of thing, take you to a higher space. What on earth? This is what I'm saying. These next couple of weeks, it's going to be this crazy, chaotic, the store knows we're live on YouTube. So I wouldn't think they'd be calling unless it was quite important. But I guess you just never know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. The other thing Anton wanted to talk to you about is this. So some of you might have noticed that we have a giant 6-foot cat on the lawn. Oh my God. So we made this little cat. Right, we're live, right?
Where he got that number, I don't know. But he's getting blocked. There's this new wonderful AI underwriting program, apparently. That's a completely unlisted private number that he called on.
Okay, we may have to go back and censor this recording However, anyway, this is our little version. So Joe, the sculptor who makes all our sculptures, made this little version of the cat, and then we gave him a purple collar and pentacle to match the one that's on the lawn. So there you have it.
All right, I apologize for my choice language there. I didn't realize it was quite so loud.
Well,
but...
he doesn't realize he doesn't have an inside voice.
No.
Savannah, I definitely can tell the difference, but the energy is just crazy to me. Yep, too much too fast almost makes you nauseous. It has made me nauseous too. Yeah. I like Herkimers too. I have no ads.
Well, I don't know. Apparently somebody said an ad came up. There's like,
there's
weird stuff going on, right?
This is crazy.
Chaos, panic and disorder. Apparently we were saying this is supposed to be quiet and pleasant and live. And
No. I'm saying that the eclipses are done and now things will get a little bit easier. However, the 11th through the 14th condense what's going on. Look crazy. Anyway, so we do have these little cats. They're $20 and they are numbered. So you could get your little awareness shop mascot.
They're $19.99.
$19.99.
$19.99.
That's Magick. All right.
Magick's cute.
So the shop didn't know somebody was calling you.
That's not the shop. That was somebody calling. Yeah, we have
the shop private number. That's a tie line.
I'll get him. No, it's not a tie line. It's an unpublished number. We have a number of them.
Okay. All right. What's this say? I had an ad on my phone, but not on TV. Who knows?
Thanks for watching twice.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Was I really that? Could you?
I could hear you. Yes, I'm sure that they could hear you too.
I'm sorry.
All right. So we have quite a few peeps here for readings. So let's get started. This is Savannah. She's first.
Oh, should I go first?
Sure.
I'm gonna get myself into a lovely space here. Chaos, panic, and disorder.
No.
My work here is
done.
done.
A little juggling.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It is kind of that, you know. Yeah, but it's almost like this. You're very good at moving things around and redistributing and making sure everything's sort of taken care of. But you're having to do it almost like, you know, plates on sticks, 1 foot in the air kind of thing, juggle, juggle, juggle. And it is a little bit chaotic, as you can see. But I think, you know, you're doing okay. You're just not really moving forwards. It's more like, you know, lather, rinse, repeat, lather, rinse, repeat, lather, rinse, repeat kind of thing. So there you go. But they want to be noticed. I will say that. They've got this big old hat on here. So, you know, I think, you know, you are being recognised for your, how should we say, your merits.
I feel like this is a message that some income that had slowed down for a period of time is going to be really very, very busy for the next couple of months. So if you wanted to do some sort of advertising or open something back up, get something moving again, I think these next 6 weeks would really be a great time. There's a great opportunity here to really make a great kind of second income out of that, whatever it is.
I don't know this person, but I've got a feeling they know us. It's Mateo Music. Oh my God. Hi, Lisa and Anton. What a nice surprise to see you guys on YouTube. I had no idea. We need to be less of a well-kept secret.
Mateo Music. I wonder if that's somebody's we've played with before.
I don't know. Not
like
ringing
music.
your bell, but we, you know, we have been known
like
to
music.
tickle the ivories and sing a tune or two.
All right. Yes, 1,000%. All this work
no
in progress.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah, no. There's something coming. These next 6 weeks you're going to see.
You just got to stick with it.
All
you
right.
know, stick with it. It'll be all right.
I'm on Gilda here.
Hi, Gilda. How you doing?
Oh, Gilda. I think you had this card before, Gilda.
I think she has. I was going to say exactly that.
All
exactly
right.
that.
So, still trying to find your passion, right? Looking forward to things, but what is it that you want to look forward to? What is your passion? What drives you? What calls your soul? So I feel like you are going to allow yourself to kind of take the steps out of the archway and move towards something that feels more solid for you. The first couple of steps are the scary ones.
Apparently he did his chart. I love this card, Gilda. This is, again, this tells me potential as yet untapped. That ploughed field there, there's something that's planted or ready to be planted. And if you just, you don't need to know exactly precisely where you're going, but if you've got a rough idea and you sort of keep your eye on the prize, you're going to do really well with this. This smacks of, good progress for me, good progress.
So Matthew, you may not know that in a former life, we were musicians. And if you scroll through our channel, you can find something called Alchemy. That was our band. And there's a video of our band there. And then there's a couple of other odd little singing videos.
Well, there you go.
Lisa is going to be on a cruise ship performing and working with fabrics and colors back in 2006. Oh my goodness.
Outstanding. I love it.
The thing is, sometimes we have a hard time like believing in what we can't see, right?
Well, a lot of people do,
like oxygen. We breathe it every day and we know it exists, or gravity. In fact, the people that tell me, I don't believe in the threefold law, I tell them, well, it's a little bit like gravity. It's there whether you believe it or not. But the things that are written in the stars, they're very real. And that's, many times I'll ask the person when I'm reading with them, are you whatever zodiac sign? Because there's that energy in the space. And sometimes it's their sun sign, sometimes it's their rising sign, or sometimes it's just something going on in a particular house, which also informs the tarot reading. So tarot is very much linked to astrology. Right. So,
moving swiftly along.
Shaun of the New Day.
Oh, Shaun of the New Day. By the way, his lemons are doing really well.
Oh, good.
It's good to know your lemons are doing well, Shaun. He seems to
Lisa only knows you by your sign. That's true. I'll be like, oh, hi, Virgo Earth. I can't remember your name.
Yeah. No. I suffer from CRS. So, yeah, I don't.
No, I'll remember your zodiac sign. She's absolutely right, Savannah. You're right. I'll remember your sign before I remember your name.
She's spooky like that. Odd woman. But what are you going to do? Mixed signals, my friend. Mixed signals.
Oh, come here. Not too close.
Yeah. Step back.
And of course you have a sword.
Step back. Of course you have a sword. Yes, apparently you and swords seem to be.
They got a thing going on.
It's interesting because I really feel that there's it's you got this push me pull you kind of thing going on with you, and I think it's an internal thing. I think you're looking to really recover your serenity and your place of being and be you 100% authentically you, but you still feel that you have these huge obligations for others, and you're very emotionally, what's the word, invested. Cancerian? Okay, you're a Cancer. Is it a Cancer? I know.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So it's kind of hard for you to establish boundaries sometimes, I think. So hence this almost conflicted, come here, no, go away, come here, go away kind of thing. It's okay, mate. It's okay. Just be. I like you. You're all right. There you go.
I'm going to take this on a spiritual note. For some reason, what's standing out to me today are the butterflies on the crown, which is like a transformation. And I think sometimes when we're really open to the esoteric and spiritual things, it can interfere with mundane life, right? So this card, I think, is saying, allow things to come in when you're ready for them to come in, or when you are, when you can sit down and take notes, or whatever it is, when you need to do that work. And then keep your guard when you are working in muggledom so that you don't think you're going crazy. So there's going to be some sort of balancing act, I think, between awakening and opening yourself spiritually, but also, being able to stay focused on the mundane.
So there, who we got now?
Wow, I definitely check out your music. It's on the same channel.
On the same channel. Yeah,
Cancer,
you'll find
Sun,
it.
Pisces, Moon, Virgo, Rising. Ah.
And if you like what you see, become a channel member because you get like readings and all that fun
it's
stuff.
my turn to go first.
Sorry.
And I do Geraldine.
Sorry.
I gotta keep him under wraps today.
I don't know.
Geraldine. Other people are going to try to get one over on you, right? I think they're telling you part of a story, but they're not telling you the whole story. So I think it's really, really important these next couple of weeks that you trust your gut and that you allow yourself to tell the other person, hey, wait a minute, I need you to explain that again. Or what about this detail? Or could you be a little clearer? Because if not, they're going to try to get away with it.
Yeah, Geraldine, somebody's not being entirely honest with you, but it's not they're out and out necessarily lying. I think they're just maybe obfuscating things a little bit. They're a little recalcitrant. They I think there's something they're kind of deeply embarrassed about at a core level, and so they're trying to maybe necessarily sweep it under the carpet a little bit. But I think you're going to need to just ever so gently and come at it from a place of love. All right, don't just do what I just did and run somebody through. But he pushed my buttons. I'm sorry. But just come at it from a place of love and really bring them to task. Really bring them to say, like, as Lisa says, what. Just expand on that for me. Just what do you mean?
Yeah,
you might have to dig
I need
a
some
little
more details
deeper,
before.
Because I think there's an element, as I say, of
Well, some people operate that way. They want to kind of leave people in the dark so they can get away with things,
or they're quite happy for you to come to the wrong conclusion. You know what I mean?
And then they'll blame you.
And
yeah,
but I didn't do that. So just be what's the word I'm going to use here? Puich. There you go. Prudence, caution. Dig a little deeper. Be valiant though. Come at this from a place of love, and you'll get there.
So Anna's saying, "Holy cow, she's got the same thing. She's Cancer, Sun, Pisces, Moon, Virgo, Rising." That is interesting, but you also want to look for house placements because where his moon might be in the 6th house, your moon is in the 7th, as I recall.
Everybody's just having a big old chat. We could just leave them to it. They seem to be doing great by themselves, right?
But yeah, no. For the difference between your two charts would be in the decadence. If you're an early Cancer or late Cancer or mid-decading Cancer, and then the degree of the rising sign would move the moon from the 6th or 7th house. So, anyway. I love astrology.
She does. She teaches a class about it, by the way.
I do. The astrology class is, 7th house moon. See, that's bad. But she's an astrology student, so I tend to have a little bit of
You've
picture.
spent some time with her chart.
Yeah. Anyway, astrology class starts again in February, and it's going to be 12 weeks now. I'm not going to do it once a month because people are not retaining
Too
long in between. So it's going to be once a week for 12 weeks. So that's intensive. And we start out learning what the glyphs look like, and we end up being able to write horoscopes. Astrology is my love language. It is. I love that language. And it is a language. And then the Chakra Crystal Energy Clinician course starts in January too. So if you were looking to dive deeper into chakras and crystals,
you get a lot of rocks.
you get 60 some odd 65 stones, I think. But anyway, that is once a month. And Geraldine, sign up soon because I think it's filling up. Believe it or not, people are interested. All right, you are first for Cass.
Okay, Cass, let's have a look here.
We got to get going.
We are going. Yes. Right, we are actually doing.
Oh, no, we're talking round and round about things.
Love this card. This is my constant gardener card. It's one of those things, sometimes, when you're working on something, it's almost like God, when will this ever end? It's like the enormity of the task and there's just so much to be done. But if you break it down into tiny little bits and just plod on with that degree of constancy, You'll get there. I mean, this person hasn't done anything spectacular, and look what they've got. He's doing better than Sean Otis when it comes to growing stuff, let me tell you.
What? Sean Otis had a 150-pound pumpkin. What are you talking about?
He's got a tree of dosh here. It's just no. But it's you just do what's necessary, Cass. You just come along, they break the ground, they pulled out any stones and all that sort of stuff, and they planted the seeds and just watered them, and they're not stood there like yanking on it, going, come on, grow, 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 or spraying everything with Roundup.
Harvest, right?
Yeah, if you're patient and you just do what's necessary, just that, the grass grows all by itself, So keep on with that patience and constancy to task, and you will be handsomely rewarded for it. 'Tis my 2 cents.
I just get weird messages sometimes. I feel like this is you pondering security. Sometimes it's a big choice about like an investment in our future, where we want to be, what we want to do, that kind of thing. I kind of feel like you're in that space of, I want to say a better word than unrest, because there's nothing negative about it, but it's that, how am I going to do this? When do I want to do this? Figure this out, and where do I want to be? It's almost like, I think I've had this conversation before with somebody, like when you're leaving high school and you have to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life and you have no idea. Well, now you have life experience, but you still now may wonder when to make that move, right? Now you might know what you want and how you want it, but now you don't know when. So there's this patience, like Anton was saying.
Patience? If I had any more patience, I'd be a doctor. Ha ha.
All right.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Gosh, lots of people. Amanda, I saw you go by. Welcome to our channel. If you're looking for a reading, there are 2 ways you can go about it. You can become a channel member, which is great because you actually get all your money back in karma points. Ha ha. Or you can throw us a super chat. Doesn't matter how much, and we'll do your reading. But,
or Amanda, if you were looking for a blessing, because she was asking for a blessing, not a reading.
Oh, I'm sorry. It went by so quick.
No, I know. It's okay. Amanda, you could find the little video, My Heart is Open, and you could just listen to that. It has tones through the chakras, and it is like a blessing. So if you just wanted that, you could go listen to that.
She also did a bunch of mandalas for like healing and peace and all that sort of stuff.
Shorts.
So they're shorts. Yep. They're on our shorts. You'll find them somewhere. Just type the word mandala.
Misty's up next, and I'm first.
Okay.
This is Misty's card. Opinions are like, everybody has one.
Yes.
I think now more than ever, it's really, really important that you follow what you know as your truth and don't get pulled off course, right? If you know it's A, B, C, don't let somebody else come along and say, oh no, 1, 2, 3, you got to come over this side. It's really, really important that you try to stay grounded.
Yep. Get clear of the static, I would suggest as well, Misty. Yeah, it's sometimes, when there's too much noise, when there's too much row, it's like almost being in a crowded restaurant or bar or something, and everything louder than everything else just doesn't help. So, extricate yourself, get far from the madding crowd, as the saying goes, and really start to focus on your own intuition, because you know inside. So, yeah, we all like to... I had a dear friend, I still got him actually, I just haven't seen him in forever, back in Wales, and bless him, he would ask everybody the same damn question. He would take advice from everybody, and then he'd just go and do exactly what he was going to do in the first place.
Well, that's how Taurians are.
You know I'm talking about a Taurian, right? So at the end of the day, you know, ultimately you make the decision yourself. So you know, I would suggest take your own counsel a little bit here. I think that's what's really sort of indicated. All right.
All right. And no, Matthew, the only way you get a reading on our morning show like this, which is really a noon show, is to be a channel member or give a super chat.
Either or.
Sometimes we do free readings, but we haven't had any time for those in a while. All right, so you're first for Carol.
All right. Oh, hello, Carol. I love Carol.
Ooh, decisions.
Ah, yes, in the words of Yoda, choose you must, you know.
So notice that 7 of Pentacles, and now we have the 7 of Cups.
Sevens are interesting things, aren't they? They are interesting. No, you know this. Come on. I am literally telling me grandma how to suck eggs here. Just, you know things are not always exactly as they appear, nor are they necessarily otherwise, but sometimes we have to just scratch a little deeper, you know, look beyond the facade. Yeah. But it's okay, you know, because it's not a one-shot deal. Choose you must, but you're not stuck with that choice. If you realise it wasn't quite right, just test and adjust, you know.
The number 7 is really standing out, and I think that my advice to you, Carol, is to do a little bit of chakra clearing work. That maybe there are things, choices and decisions in different energy centers that are kind of stuck. And if you cleared that out, it would give you a better understanding or vision or feeling or way forward. So I think chakra clearing work. Hello, ma'am, sir. Hello.
Hello. I can't even pronounce your name. Chiaru? If I've murdered that, please forgive me. But welcome to our channel.
Helena Rose. All right. Cut through the crap. Take no prisoners. Right? Just stand up for yourself and... Now, the sword on this card is very interesting. It's two-sided. Many of the swords we see are white and blue. This one is white and gold, or white and yellow. So to me, this has to do with solar plexus, willpower, and learning how to be creatively forceful. Creatively forceful. Like you can't just lop somebody's head off. But
well, you can.
You have to get them to see the light.
You can lop somebody's head off, but you are not free of the consequences of lopping somebody's head off. I think sometimes is that in you there's an awful lot of pent up energy, for want of a better word, and it's almost like, right, let's what, you know. So the best antidote, best, I'm struggling for the word here. The best remedy for that internal frustration, that head of steam that you appear to have built up, would be to just, what's the word I'm looking for? You need some kind of action, but before you can get to that place of action, I think you need a clear plan, and I think that's the thing that's gonna start to, you know, the best remedy for stress is actually action, doing something. But before you can act on it, you've got to have a plan. So rather than focus on the frustration and the block and the annoyance, actually, you know, work out what it's like to actually get the other side of that. See yourself the other side of it. See yourself in that place where you've already overcome that challenge or difficulty, and then kind of work it back from there. And write the story in reverse, if that makes sense. And it's going to be a curious way of actually getting you to see a solution to something that is, at the moment, just beyond your grasp, if that's the word I'm saying. But you're going to get there. You're going to get there. But I just sense there's like, right now, you know? So, woosah. It'll be all right. Thank you, Amanda, for the super sticker. And apparently it's your first one you've ever done on a live stream, so congrats.
Super sticker. I don't even know how any of these things work.
Super chat or super sticker. So you get super congratulations.
And Misty made her 2-month mark.
2 months with the on as a channel member. So thank you, Misty, for that, for being a channel member.
So you are first for Samaj.
Oh, my
and
mate
Amanda,
Samaj.
I put you on the list, so you'll get a reading.
Samaj.
Time for learning.
Mate, old soul here as well, but you know that. I love this card because you don't realise the first time you look at it with him holding up this lantern. You assume he's lighting his own way, but look closely, you'll see actually his eyes are closed. And the light that he holds up is for others. It's for others to see. And he brings forth the light of the Emerald Tablet, as well you know, that Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great Hermes, that's where he gets his name from, the hermit. He's not a recluse, but he is somebody who has quite literally distanced themselves from the madding crowd and chooses to reside in a place of not necessarily solitude, but a place where he can commune peacefully with his higher self and the divine. And he almost takes on the role of that sort of guru, you know, because he's obviously on a mountain top. And people, you know, are always seen having to climb a mountain to an elevated position. And it's a metaphor, as you probably realise. But it is about, you know, this bringing down this wisdom, you know, that which is above is like that which is below, and that which is below is like that which is above, etc., etc. So when we start digging further into it, you actually see that you can follow that through as, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. So it's a simple question of aligning with the energies which you wish to be to actually make that happen. I'm talking to you about manifestation, but I think you may have an idea. Ha ha.
Now this is interesting. Right away today, the snow on the feet stood out to me. So I think there's something you want to move forward to do, but you've had a cold feet for a little bit. Like something's been holding you back a little bit. And I think you're going to figure out a way to really trust yourself and trust what you know. I'm going to say, you know, try to take that step. I think that you're going to see that as you learn, teach, and as you teach, you learn, you know. I think something really wonderful is going to happen, but I just think try not to be nervous about it. It's okay. You know, take that deep breath, take that step. And thank you, Sarah. I've put you on the list.
Gosh, yes, we do appreciate your kindness.
All right, so I'm up first for Anna. Ooh, change and renewal, transformation. So this is a Scorpio card, and there's so much going on in here. But there is like this change and renewal. I can't tell you what this is, but I think you're going to know one day. And there's definitely some new energy for enlightenment and like awakening the seeker again. You know,
oh God, yeah.
Sometimes we're the seeker for a while, and then we get caught in the mundane, and then we're the seeker for a while, then we get caught in the mundane, and I feel like there's a huge bit of seeker coming.
Okay, I'm just going to go there. I'm just going to dive straight in and say this. Some say death is the final initiation, but it's no coincidence that you'll see that, you know, when people take a formal initiation, it's sometimes said as going down through the pentagram, where that spirit becomes there. And there's always this like underworld journey. There's always an abyss or something to cross, you know. And in the Greek, I think it's the Ennead, if I can get that right, where they go down and cross the river Styx here. you know, on their quest, where upon the other side they're challenged by that wonderful little pup called Kerberos and all that sort of stuff, the three-headed dog. But this is like the going into other to really determine what lies beneath, because this is the root of all possibility. This is the root where everything lies, and it's within everything, but it's also outside of everything. You are going through some profoundly interesting awakening spiritually, and more power to your elbow. Hopefully, you know, let's ensure that you're not, you know, as they would say, anybody who goes to sleep in the chair of Caduceus will either be in the morning dead, mad, or a poet. May you be a poet. That's what I wish for you.
All right, so this is interpretation of a blessing for Amanda. And you're first.
I am. Amanda needs a blessing. Amanda, your blessing is your service to others. This may sound really strange. A lot of people see this card as a 5, with the swords being a bit of a struggle. I'm going to throw a completely different interpretation at you and how this is relevant to you. You are, my love, one of those unsung heroes. Not somebody they write great, you know, epic songs about and your incredible heroism doing this, that, and ever. You don't seek that. You're not somebody who needs to be glorified. You're not that shallow. You're the quiet, unsung hero who helps other people get back on their feet. What's happened here is that these people have just dropped their swords. They've capitulated. They've literally lost the will to fight or carry on. They're just despondent. They're looking out to sea. They're in an emotional quandary. But you're the person who comes along, picks everybody up, dusts everybody down, gives them a cup of tea and says, come on then, let's get on with it. Recognize that. Recognize the strength in that. Recognize your incredible leadership ability in that, and honor that in you, because that is a blessing I believe you bring.
Right. I'm going to point out that the color that stands out here is green. And green is the mark of fertility. And it could be prosperity or it could be actual fertility. So I think this card is saying, look, everything is okay. You don't have to judge the future by the past. And, you know, you've noticed that this person also has all of the weapons. So this may be that your thoughts, because swords in this deck are air, that your thoughts are very powerful. And instead of letting the negative thoughts overpower you, lay those thoughts down and carry the positive thoughts that lead you to your strength and positive energy. So things may seem a little bit like a struggle right now, a lot of new things happening, and you know, just trust your doctor and trust how you're feeling, and even if it is a struggle, it's going to be okay. All right.
Marvelous.
So I'm first for Sarah.
Go for it.
This is the last one because we don't
just
have
as
much
well,
time
because
left.
we still got to do a card for the week.
Yes, we will. Sarah. Yeah, I think you're going to be called upon at work because of a former experience, because of something you did before or something you were creative with before. And it may be difficult for you to rise again. You know, sometimes we have these aha moments or something magical happens. But I feel like you can't say no, so you just get on with it. And I think it will really help you grow and possibly lead you to making more money.
So, I love this. As with the Hermit, there's 3 other cards in the deck that tell me straight off the person. The querent, who I'm speaking with, is an old soul. This would be one of them, those 3 pyramids. It's me uniquely. It's not anything that's prescribed
It's what the
in a
cards
way
have
of,
taught him.
It's just what I've come to learn.
Yep, the cards teach you its way.
When you think about it, the stuff that you know, even though you don't know how you know, but you know, and that's probably why you were able to pull some kind of magic, out of thin air. But you have that. It's within you. It's innate. It's actually part of you. So if you like, meditate a little bit and maybe stop second guessing yourself and actually start to trust your intuition, or it's almost deeper than intuition. It's like an internal assertion, it's almost like a gut feeling, but it's like a certainty if you recognize it. Use that to your advantage. You have this unfair. Your playing field is tilted a little bit in your favour. So
good.
Please just use it to your advantage. It doesn't make you mean and nasty, but it can help make life that little bit easier for you if you learn how to manage it well.
Card for the week?
Gotta be you, really. Gotta be
you want me to pick it?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, but it's your turn.
But we do
All
this
right.
together.
Right.
Together!
Yep. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Still moving forward.
This card, I think, tells us that we will get there. We just might not recognize how we're getting there. I just think this week is going to be a little crazy, and just try your best to pay attention to your thoughts and how they affect you, right? And your ability to help others and how that affects you, and your ability to protect yourself. So energy, what you give, what you receive, and what you perceive is going to be really big this coming week.
Yeah, perception is key here. Quite honestly, I vibe to this card a lot. When you feel yourself blocked, when you feel yourself like, how the hell do I get around this? Just step to the side and take a different look. Looking at something, staring at it head on sometimes is not the way to actually really sort of expand your viewpoint. You need more information or look at it in a slightly different way. And so stepping to the side or turning things upside down, as he did quite literally, is a great way to get the enlightenment. And this is about higher thinking. The whole glyph of Jupiter going on here. It's about higher thinking, really allow yourself to embrace things at a higher level. Don't be so id, instinctual. Do you know what I mean? Like I sometimes do that, and I think sometimes you need to just step above yourself and get into that higher space, that higher way of thinking, and things
It's
have
a
just
tough
come out.
one right now.
It is. It's astrologically tricky. And there's that freneticism, which you say is Uranic energy, if I've got the right thing from Uranus, is it?
Yeah.
Whatever they say. And we've just had a bloody eclipse as well. So, there's that tendency of a little bit of lunacy going around with the full moon energy and all that kind of stuff. So things can be a little frustrating.
I think, too, sometimes when we've been through this really rocky ride and then things get smooth, we wonder, am I in the right place?
What happened? Why isn't the boat shaking? Why isn't everything falling off? What's going on here?
Thank you all so much for your comments and your
Super chats,
positive
super
energy
stickers,
and all that good stuff.
all the love and hugs.
And all the love and hugs. And yes, we're really looking forward to Sunday's class too. It's the Sabbats. I think it's just such a magical thing to be able to teach the craft of the wise. It's a blessing.
We keep saying we honestly we're just hokey tour guides,
man. But we love when people go,
oh, wow. Now I get it. Yeah. It's it is a beautiful thing, and we love our community. It's so
And I'll
nice.
see you, Helena, Thursday for Reiki. I'm excited about that. We just have so much good going on. So much good going on. And right now, I think it's really important that those of us who carry the light express that light as much as we can into this darkness that's going on around us. There's some really heavy stuff out there. So be the light.
Stop it! Hot dog? Don't mind if I do.
Oh no! Who did that?
That was Helena. Stop it! Stop it!
Dog,
Stop it!
don't mind
Stop
if
it!
I do.
Stop it!
All right. Go be epic. Have a wonderful week in spite of the crazy. Don't
Embrace
let the turkeys
crazy.
get you down. You know, and come
Meow.
and get some magic. Meow.
Yeah.
All right.
He's just cute.
Peace and bright blessings,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day. All right.